you have your passport?
Somewhere.
Can I see your passport, please? Do you have your visa?
I don't need a visa, sir. I am a U.S. citizen.
When did you become a U.S. citizen?
When? 2006.
Okay. Well, do you have your passport?
In a safe.
Okay, so I voted for Trump in 2024, and I am a young Hispanic female. And just over the last 2 months, I just didn't expect all this. It's been a lot, and I didn't think he would just come in and sign over 100 executive orders and start deporting illegals. And I think I'm starting to regret my vote. Like, I didn't vote for this much stuff to happen.
So a decision was made yesterday by the Supreme Court, approved by Donald Trump and company, that if you are a non-white man and you speak with a different dialect, have a different accent, speak with a little twang, they are liable to lock you up and place you in holding for a few days while they check your citizenship. If you happen to be a legal citizen, you get let go. Problem is, most jobs, if you go no contact with your job and you don't report that you went, took a break, got locked up, whatever case may be, they are liable to fire you. So this is by design to not only try to get rid of people of color from this country, but to screw the people of color who are left in this country. And you guys said that ICE and Trump and all that is not about race. And y'all keep mentioning Obama, like leftists keep mentioning Obama for some weird reason. I don't know why. Because Obama wasn't doing this. Biden wasn't doing this. If this is racism, don't matter if you Asian, Mexican, Pacific Islander, Haitian, Jamaican, don't matter. You speak with an accent and you ain't white, you're screwed. Mind you, this is what he's able to pull off the first 10 months in his second term as president. We didn't even hit the halfway marker yet. So I hope everybody who voted for him and didn't vote at all or voted third party, I hope y'all got what y'all wanted.
I got a question to my Latinos for Trump. How y'all feel today? Do y'all see what's going on in California right now? Do y'all see how voting for Donald Trump didn't give y'all a single brownie point with white uneducated voters? How it did y'all no good. Wearing a MAGA hat, thinking that was gonna put y'all above it all. Now, abuela, Dio and Tia and Mijo and Mija, everybody getting sent up out of here. Without an ounce of due process, right along with you. How y'all feel today? Honestly. Y'all did all that Latinos for Trump, we love Trump. Now you're up out of here. Y'all were the deciding factor in all of this. White, uneducated voters were going to vote for Trump no matter what. That was a lost cause. But you people, on the other hand, whole different ball game. This was an open book test, and y'all failed.
This is truly a sad time. Trump is literally allowing people who are not police officers, who are not bound by the law of the United States of America, to protect the American people. These are people who are just officers who can do whatever and wherever they want. And now they have been given the chance. Actually, not the chance. They have been given the right to racially profile someone on the streets. We have seen what it has done to so many black people and how many black people it has killed. Racially profiling black people. Now it's going to be happening to every other minority group in the country. But before I give my full commentary, let's dive in and listen to some Hispanics and what they feel about this, and also other people who have a comment about this, and then we'll come back and talk about it. See you shortly.
Today, the Supreme Court decided that ICE can profile people based on race, ethnicity, and speaking Spanish. I'm gonna give you the Cliff Notes version in case you haven't been following this story. Essentially, back in July, an LA judge decided that the ICE raids had to stop because there was a, quote, mountain of evidence that they were violating people's constitutional rights by rounding people up and detaining them simply for being brown and speaking Spanish. So today, the higher court, the Supreme Court, blocked that lower court decision, which means the ICE raids will amplify again. I need you to understand that the reason an officer can't just say you looked at them funny and then throw you behind in jail is because the Fourth Amendment protects you against unreasonable searches and seizures. This applies to citizens and non-citizens. Hopefully I don't have to explain why it is both a constitutional crisis and an attack on democracy if this amendment is not being respected. The checks and balances are no longer in the room with us. The Supreme Court is fully doing the bidding of the executive branch.
The Supreme Court just ruled that ICE can now target people based on their skin color, their language, and their race. That seems unconstitutional. So they're finally saying the quiet part out loud. It was never about legality. It was always based on how can I inscribe law on particular groups based on their race and say they criminal. That's the reason why they was going after folks with Latino backgrounds, because y'all all had bought into the hypercriminality of that group. They already had manufactured and coerced y'all and believe in black folks as hypercriminal. That's the reason why he can justify going into areas that's predominantly black. So if the Supreme Court said that ICE can target people based on their race, and Trump said ICE helping them break down on crime, and I can go after the community that's seen as inherently being criminal and put ICE on them. Listen, man, they had put record high numbers in funding when it come to ICE. I'm talking about they the most funded law enforcement in American history. Y'all didn't think they was gonna put their law enforcement funds on people they believe should be inherently policed? Man, education is elevation. You better pay attention. You better pay attention, goddammit.
The Supreme Court just made it legal to discriminate against Latinos. Okay, fine. Not in those exact words, but let's look at what's really happening here. The court just lifted a ruling in Los Angeles that stopped ICE agents from using things like Spanish, looking Latino, or working low-wage jobs as reasons to stop anyone. That protection is gone now. So on paper, the court says that that can't be the only reason that they stop somebody, but by letting ICE use them as part of reasonable suspicion, they've basically given agents a blank check to profile people. And we know what U.S. authoritative agencies do with reasonable suspicion. It's gonna be a power trip, and we know this already. And these are not even cops, these are ICE agents. I'm telling you, this is gonna be terrible. Now here's the biggest danger. When you tell agents that they can rely on language, skin tone, or where somebody works, discrimination stops becoming the exception, is going to become the rule. And so every day, Latinos are going to be harassed, questioned, and treated as suspects just for existing. So even though the court didn't necessarily say, oh yes, it's okay for you to discriminate against Latinos, that's exactly what's going to happen. And I love how Supreme Justice Sonia Sotomayor said this as the first Hispanic and the third woman to ever sit on the Supreme Court. She said that the court is permitting the government to treat people as illegal until proven otherwise, effectively legalizing racial profiling. Come on, man, this is the same way that they allow black people to be seen as guilty until proven innocent, while the court is supposed to say it is innocent until proven guilty. And so that, my friends, is called discrimination. It's just not explicitly said like this.
I am so disgusted with the world right now. Imagine being detained, not because you did something wrong, but because of the color of your skin. You look Hispanic. That's literally what the Supreme Court just made okay right now. I am terrified for our kids who don't even understand what the hell is going on. For our parents that sacrifice everything for us. For us who can be targeted just because of the color of our skin. Just existing in our own skin. This isn't about criminals. This is about us, families. About people who love, who work, who live here. When are y'all gonna wake the fuck up? If they can come for us, they can come for anybody. Keep your loved ones safe. Be their advocate. Be their voice. Please don't stay quiet. Because silence right now could cost us everything. They can strip us off our rights, but we will never stay silent.
We were targeting criminals. As a first-generation Mexican-American woman, has immigrant parents, has immigrant family, specifically from Mexico, this is more than personal. Because if it's not personal, then what is it? I just cannot wrap my mind around the fact that we are living in 1930s Germany. People need to wake up. They're not trying to help this country. They're harming this country in the most outrageous of ways. This is literally the Gestapo at this point. And if you don't see it that way, educate yourself. Let go of your pride first and foremost, because this is no longer a debate. I don't care what your stance is on this. The fact of the matter is, this is what's happening in the US. It's been happening, but now it's just legal and allowed by the Supreme Court that was basically handpicked by this orange man.
The Supreme Court ruling allows ICE officers to resume immigration enforcement using factors like location, language, the kind of a work you're having, and the color of your skin or your ethnicity. We know what the United States authorities do with reasonable suspicion. And these people aren't cops. These people are not cops. The ones who have been doing what they were doing, racially profiling people before, now it has been made legal. Before it was legal, we know what they were doing with that kind of a power. We know what it entails to put a white officer who doesn't care about any other community and any other ethnicity or any other people except for his own people who look like him, what they can do with that kind of a power. We have seen with black people, as an example, how they have been mistreated, how they have been done so many terrible things. And now it is going to all other minority groups. And obviously this is going to affect mostly the Latinas and the Hispanics, but also the Asians are going to be affected. Even the black people who, for some point were comfortable. Now it has come back to the same thing. Now any ICE agent can literally just stop you. For the sake of stopping you, they can apprehend you, put you in the cars until they confirm that you are actually a US citizen. So they can take as much time as they want to confirm that you are actually not an illegal immigrant. And then after they are done with whatever time they have taken, they will release you. They don't care if you're a mother, you're a father, you're a sister, you're a brother, you're someone's child. They don't care about that. And now they have been given the opportunity to do whatever they want with that kind of a power. Does Trump okay, I know he does realize this, but you would think that some things are left to never be talked about so loudly. But Trump is screaming in our ears. He is a big racist. He is screaming in our ears that he does not care about minorities in this country. He also does not care about generally people who are not billionaires and millionaires like he is. But he is literally shouting it to our faces. Like he is not embarrassed to tell you that, yes, I have given people the chance to discriminate you, the chance to profile you, and I don't care. This is so unfortunate. This is so sad. I can't believe that we are living in such a time where still racism is being done so openly. Our whole president is doing that in a country that he knows has so many people of so many ethnic groups. He's doing this in a country that he knows has so many ethnic people from all walks of life, people who are from different parts of the world. He knows what he is doing. And I'm just stunned and I'm very sad about this. And as much as there were Latinas who voted for Trump, you can't help but feel sorry for them because, dude, that is what you voted for. And that person is really, really hurting you. That person is really damaging the relationship between you and America, because obviously the Americans who told the Latinas who are supporting voting for Trump, they were telling them, do not do it because he will do things that you're not going to like. There are also other Latinas who are telling other Latinas not to vote for Trump because we can't say that all Latinas and Hispanics were voting for Trump. And now the whole group is now suffering because of choices of some people. We know that they are literally saying it's okay to discriminate against Latinos in broad daylight. The court is permitting the government to treat people as illegal until proven otherwise. And you know this very well. This quote is from black people. When black people are taken by the police into custody, their rule is they are guilty until proven innocent or until proven otherwise. So now it is being turned over to Latinas, being put in different ways, but we all know what it actually entails because it's literally kind of like the same thing. And in the beginning, it was about deporting. He lied that Trump said that in the beginning, it was more about deporting people who had criminal past, criminal histories, people who are just criminal in general, even from their previous countries or in America. That is what he used to say. But now it is getting to a point where it doesn't even make sense. He is deporting each and every person he feels like. And now he's given people the opportunity to do whatever they want on the streets of America. No one is safe right now. America is not safe. It's just sad to see, and hopefully we can support our Spanish brothers and sisters in whatever way we can, because if we can help them in one way or another, it is better than not doing anything. Because at the end of the day, we are all human and we are all suffering through whatever this man is doing in America. I hope that you keep your head up high, that you continue to fight for what is right, and you go to the streets and march for your families, for your brothers and sisters, and for the country as a whole, because the whole country is suffering. The whole country is feeling the effect of having a president who doesn't care about the people who voted him in. I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.